Alright, welcome to the stream everybody. Make sure everything's working correctly here. Assistant cam, that's up and running. System is not there, that's fine. It's always interesting because we'll have a lot of like quail and bunnies and everything that come out here in the morning, but like by 9 a.m. when we start the stream, they're all like, nope, it's too hot, we're out of here. And then they're just gone. May get a couple to come through, but not as much as early in the morning, where they're very prevalent. The quail, squirrels, bunnies, a lot of birds. sometimes some doves, just depends. But we're here today, we're working on some stuff. Have more event flyers to put together. I know we've got our snafu set up on the website. Actually, I should double check that. I'm saying things and I haven't double checked them. Stitch details. Let me make sure I'm not just lying out my teeth here. Okay, yeah, snafu's on there. So we got to make a flyer for the SCBWI today. Make a duplicate of that. Go. So now the big question is, do I have all my graphics? Okay, I do have that one. Oh yeah, we were doing map stuff on Wednesday. I still gotta figure out where the heck I made this one. I know I made this in Canva, but I swear there's a better... I'm going to update that. I made a copy. I remember I put all these dots on here. But I have to figure out where all these are. Anyways, we gotta figure out the maps at some point here. Maybe we'll work on that today as well. So, all the things. Just playing around with all the stuff today. Library. Is this the only... Is this the only graphic that I have? Yeah. No, that's old. Or I don't know if that's old or not. That might be the only logo that they have that I can use. We can also look at the Nevada one. That. That's that. Let's try to save this real quick. Web P, it's probably gonna be tiny. That's not too bad. Can I put a Web P into before I export that? Can I put this into Canva? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. I don't have to do that. Good deal. Because that's the one we want. Is there anything else on this page? Let's see. We don't want critique groups. We don't want mentorship programs. Let's look at the events. Okay, so join us for quarterly mini workshop presenting a presentation on craft and or professional and practical tips use right away, then have time to work on a project or get feedback from Soares will present a workshop on finding the heart of the story. We'll be giving a picture book. Intensives are still in the planning. No, I told you what the specifics were. Illustration basics. Okay. So we need to build something here. We can get rid of these photos that we don't need anymore. So, probably need that should be fine. When does it be? It's going to be Sunday, November 15th, 1 to 3. 1 to 3 p.m. Gonna be at the I don't like this font. No. I'll take the Verdoka one, just works better. Okay, there we go. Located in the Sierra Arts Gallery Training Studio, 1995 Dickerson Road, Reno, E9503. Yeah. What else do we need to include? I need to figure out what. Oh, I think I wrote an email about this. Let's see. That would be in publishing? No, that would be. Current mailbox. There we go. Perspective indicate. Oh, that one's different. The heart of the story. Okay. That one. Okay, that's different. Okay, there it is. Illustration basics and the visual side of writing. That's what the. I think she floofed that a little bit. I'm gonna go visual side of storytelling. Thank you. I know I sent a reply. I thought they were all connected to each other. How do I look at Gmail, sent emails? Okay. This should be. All of these ideas sound amazing. Okay, cool. I think I found. Yes, I'd be glad to. Where is that's not the one. Okay, here we go. Illustration basic workshop. Haven't pinned down all the details yet, but I was thinking about talking about basic structures, formats, and how authors take some of the visual side of the picture books and use them to understand how their writing can affect and complement the processing. The visual elements as well. That's my thing. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I did send that. Beautiful. Okay. I think we've got most of the information here that we need. Got our graphic. Let's actually squeeze this down a little bit because we don't need it to be that huge. Let's get rid of the background. Let's look at some background patterns. Oh, there's some cool ones in here too. Ones I can't have. Boo. Where did I put the projects? There was one. Where did I keep that? It wasn't here. No, none of those. Projects go back to the bottom. Come on, man. Okay. There was one I had done. Okay, these guys. Make a copy. There was somewhere else that I had found some cool background elements, but I thought I saved them on a template here, but I don't know where I would have put them. I do have that pattern I can use. Upload. Where I put it, I don't know. I feel like I'm always trying to find things. I don't know where they are. I don't like it. Oh, Oh, they made some of the... Oh, dickholes. They made some of those premium. That's shitty. Ones that were free before are now not free. Fun how that worked out. Interesting. They get you hooked and then they take it away from you. Let's do... Only used a blue one for hers. We're doing research in between here. Okay, so they've done... Okay, so I've got some of this other information for... let's remember moments. Where is... want that. I just want the image. Copy link, go to, share, unfollow. No, I don't want to do any of those. Ugh. I hate when it makes me do the inspect elements to go grab a source image from their stuff rather than just giving me the... Let me pull the image that I want. I gotta go find it. Saturday, April. No, that's different. That's the one. Save file. Save. What did the last one look like? It would have been a quarter. Would have been 3 months. Okay, there it is. Deep dive into Studio. Join us a quarterly Reno shop. That's the other one. Okay. Because I technically did need to save that. Okay, so Susan's was yellow. Uploads, let's just put that there. So we have it. Susan's was yellow. Jackie's was green. Linda's was green. So that really didn't change. I should probably do blue for mine. I think those are the three, because there were supposed to be 4 of us. Yeah, so Linda's was first, Jackie's was second. Sunday we have Susan's, that's 3. And then I'm the lone illustrator in the group. Okay. Or multi-threat? I don't even know. I'm a threat to humanity. Okay. Patterns, graphics. Okay. Okay, but I want to do blue. I'm going to blend these a little bit here. Oh, you know what we can do? Just go black and dim it. So now it's shadowed in that same color. Let's check. We'll see if we can find some other cool patterns that might be better, but I don't like how fuzzy that is. That might be cool. I should add my picture to it. Shits and giggles. Suns. No, that's kind of cool. Pattern. Not bad. Oh, they have the waves are still free to be able to use. Interesting. Oh, this one's new. A little maze pattern. That's cool. Ooh, I like the little broken bits. That's cool. I do have to say, there's like a lot of cool stuff that you can pull from the premium side of this that would be cool to use. There's those little triangles. Yeah, I can't see myself paying for it quite yet. Canva Premium. Ooh, that's a cool one. Geometry. Love the geometric ones. Okay. Let's build. Do I like that? Do I want this up here instead? Kind of making this for myself. Do have a photo of me on there somewhere. Put an effect on it. Let's do an outline. White. It is not white. Shows that one's white. That looks terrible. We're dealing with readability here. Got a glow. Let's put glow on there. We can't change the color of the glow. Shadow? Drop shadow. No, don't want that. Neon does not give me any color options. Glitch is probably too sketchy. Echo is okay. Lisa gives me the color options. I don't like it. So now, we've got the information that I want, kind of have visuals here. Don't know if I'm going to keep any of that. That's really, really busy. Don't know if I want it that busy. I like the loop around connection here. I don't like that separated. Too bad. I don't want to cover up their logo. Yeah, I like the frame around there. I don't know if I like the... Oh, that's kind of interesting. God damn it, why does it keep picking that blue? I don't want the blue. Let's put it... I have an idea. Duplicate this. Let's match them up. Put it over top of this one. But we'll just dim it to like 70%. This way we can put the information on here. Oh, it's kind of interesting. I wanted more of the... I like the idea. Why is that? Oh, because I dimmed it. Duh, dumbass. Let's pick this color. Pick this color. Okay, so that's the same now. $75. That is stroke. That's what I was going for this whole time. 10. Make that white. Nope, did the wrong thing. back. That one. I feel like this is making it worse. Separate. Gradient. Can't do a even if I go down to like 70 here, I want a solid matched transparency. There we go. Now we have a white border around a transparent middle here. Still need to play with the text. Ugh. Always the hard part. Hey, Sora's outside. We need to change that. Ooh, I don't like any of those. Did I type the whole thing in caps? Maybe I did? Oh, there. Okay, it's a setting. Haha. So boring. I don't want something as thick as that. What other advanced settings, letter spacing, settings? Okay, it does not have a height associated with it. much as I don't want to use Comic Sans, it kind of works. Almost have. Oh, I have an idea. Yeah, maybe that's it. I needed to make them a different size. We might have to put together our own little comic. We might have to draw something out just for funsies. Illustration. I want to see more by a few more by this person. Ratsuya. So many little illustrations. It's gonna do what I want. Nope. Illustration. We can use these as concepts too. We don't have to use these imagery as imagery. we can make our own too. Okay, we've got about a minute here before our first break. Let's check on our assistant. Hey, she's out there. Let's head over there for the moment. We'll save our work here for the time being. And then we will take a quick break and do a 3-minute ad break. I'll go grab probably more stuff to drink, and then we'll go from there. So stick around. We'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, we are back. Assistant has not moved one bit here. She's holding down the deck, making sure it doesn't fly away. That's her job. Hopefully at some point, as I don't know if it matters or not. Maybe if it stays a little bit cooler as we move into the fall season, maybe some of the birds and stuff will stick around a little bit. Probably not. I was hoping to put the camera further out there so that we can see like the quails and the bunnies and stuff out there, but because when the camera sits in direct sun, it gets too hot and then it shuts off. So can't do that. The heck did I see just flying in our yard? But yeah. Let's switch back over here for a second. Give me 1 second. I just saw something. I'm gonna go check on that real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Back to what we were doing. Gotcha machine, dang it. I need to figure out how to buy one of the, or not buy one, build one of those at some point, probably. They just seem fun. Okay, well, these are okay. Kind of the idea. Might want to do, got some information here, which is good. I have, my layouts that I can put on here. so those would be so if I wanted to replace these, do I want to put my template on there? Five. Do I have? I'm doing a whole bunch of different things here now. So 6 does not have the dialogue. That's why I don't have it on there yet. Okay. Do I want to use? And this will kind of work, but it's not really what I wanted. I also don't want to give people like an idea of, so you kind of want to put together some type of reference on here that shows kind of what we're going to be doing, a visual representation of this illustration basics in the visual side of storytelling. So we want to represent that somehow. We don't want to go necessarily from beginning to end. Because we're not going to have a finished product. We're basically just getting... No, it's not untrue though. Okay, well, in the meantime, I'll think about that for a minute. I don't always have to finish all of the ideas today. Get rid of that. That's gonna be junk now because they changed all the free stuff, so none of that is free anymore. So I'm about to make something else. The map one. Okay, so we need to make a new document. Custom size 5 inches. Oh my god, stop. Oh my god. Okay. The one I want is Fredoka. What I like. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I want it this way or do I want it the other way? Yeah, let's do it the other way. How do we... Can we take the canvas and just flip it? Will it let me do that? Change the name. It's weird that resizing a document is a premium feature. It doesn't make sense because I can just do this. 11 by 8.5. It's the same thing. My God, no, don't do that. God damn it, what the monkey's happening with this? I freaking hate this sometimes. Copy. Paste. Yeesh. Ouch. Okay, something like that. what template? Let's get away from templates. How do you spell that? No, I'm just checking my phone. Or does that feel wrong? It's probably right if it feels wrong. R-U-A-R-Y-F. Yeah, February is a weird fucking word. It's gonna cut into my... I was being clever. I was like, oh, I'll gain more space. I'm not gaining more space. The only one that has the biggest amount is December. Technically, to make them all equal, to make them less fun. They should all be in here. want to be able to maximize how much I can write in these. That's what I should do. It's 3.5 by 2 inches. How big is this? 1.7. I could probably make this smaller. Make these all smaller. What's up? Good morning. Or good afternoon. Pretty close. I haven't seen you, so. go. Hoping that's gonna work. And that gives me enough to write in. It'd be better. Download this. PNG. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't have to be high quality. No thanks. We're going to try to print a copy of this out. Epson is up. Plain paper. Normal. It doesn't have to be anything special. It is going to have to scale it a little bit. Yeah, it's going to scale a little bit because it's just barely not going to fit. One copy. Nothing else I have to worry about. Yeah, let's try this. We'll print it out and we'll see what it looks like. If it works or not. Sometimes during this process we get to do like fun things, illustrate things. Sometimes we have to sit down and do organizational things. It all just really depends. Today is one of those organizational ones. Should work. should work. Best thing to do now would be to laminate it. I want to test out the. I don't want to waste a lamination sheet, but I do want to test to see whether or not it's going to be big enough to write on with expo markers, which is always tenuous at best. Tedious, all of the above. How am I going to test this? I have an idea. I don't want to ruin this. If I don't have to. Okay, so we're going to take a piece of clear tape, put it on the back. It is lucky. Even with the smallest marker that I have, that just spread everywhere. What the heck is happening here? Still pretty big. I mean, it could work. What if we write on it with a... Can we erase that? No, we cannot. I don't know if that's going to be big enough. I could break it into 2 sheets. Oh, what a bad goober. How do we change it to grid view? There's a different way we can change the viewing. It's not the timer, it's not notes. Hide page, no. Oh, it's just hiding the page thumbnail. No, that's how that works. Okay. We will try this a different way. Just duplicate this, that, duplicate that. Let's just do. I'm gonna do that. Might as well do them long ways. Don't really need that much room. The only difference between this, if I swap it the other direction. Ooh, does it align with my... Sheets. Hey, Mr. Alex. I sent reels. Ban the bot. I will ban the bot.
Emoji, Tahoe cheer, sparkles emoji.
Thank you, Alex, for letting me know. Thank you for getting my attention. I swear it's the same person with a different account every time. The same... Whatever they're trying to get me to press buttons on, I swear it's the same one. Every time. I think I need to put on... I need to put on the rewards a redemption that says pay attention to chat. Pretty sure I need to add that one. What do you think, Alex? Do I need to add one that says that? Probably, yeah. It's been a very quiet day, so I haven't needed too much of that. Okay, I might change up that whole look a little bit. Okay, we're gonna update with a new reward just because Alex said so. I thought that was a good idea, so we're gonna make a very special one. Rewards. Add new custom reward. What do you think? 10? Cost 10? Should be fine. We'll have to... I don't have a graphic for it right now, so I'll have to come up with that later. I want to make it a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I get like a bluish. Maybe like a bluish purple. Redemption cooldown timer. Times between redemptions. Okay, so I've got a couple. We can, at least one redemption option below must be set in order to proceed. Okay, so we can add a cooldown for it. Do we want to do, otherwise you guys could spam it and I don't, or people can spam it. I'm basically worried Sunny's going to spam it is what is going to happen. Or you. You can't be trusted. You can put minutes between the redemptions. Interesting. Should we put a limit on how many redemptions of this that people can do, or how many minutes between each redemption they can do? But definitely for like bigger streamers that it could get out of hand. We don't have that problem, but still. How many, let's see, we've got 3 ad breaks normally. We could do 3. Let's just do 3 for now. Okay, so we add that. We need to go to stream alerts, channel points. Channel points. We need to add a new variant. No, this one's going to be that one. Fade in and out. Look at the layout. That's fine, but we need to make it match our other ones. Okay, that's fine. We do want to do text to speech. I'm going to drop shadow alerts. We'll grab the official color. Okay, it's got to be semi-bold, 48 pixels, 24. We'll separate those. Okay. Are there any other base settings that I need to worry about? Visuals, I'm not as worried about right now. Don't have to worry about celebration. Okay, it's up there, Alex. We'll have to test it out to see. I heard it, but I don't know. Oh, maybe that was just a preview. Okay.
Tahoe anime just redeemed notice chat senpai.
There we go. That should work. Make sure that reward got added. Yes, it did. Do we have a different color we can make it? 'Cause that's kind of close to the ad break one. Okay, so we've got that at least set up. What's a better color? Like an aqua blue one? Yeah, Agent Q is that color. Suggestion box is that color. Drift is purple because he's purple. I might get rid of the modify emote. Those are like the base ones that they start you off with in here. Here, my mouse shut off for a second there. Make it just a black one. I'll just make it like an orangey one. For now. We'll go through and we'll sort these all out at some point and get them all figured out. I'm not gonna do it right now. Okay, so back to what we were working on. I have a Google, what is this? Sheet that I normally run all of this stuff on. I could mimic that. I would go back to the other style. Go this way. I want to make it huge though. God damn it. I can't tell if that's my mouse being dumb or... Okay, so those are tiny. Maybe... So we gain a little bit comparatively. But I can only get 4 months on one sheet. Ugh. I was trying to be smart by making it into like a whiteboard style where I can write things on and then cross things off and do stuff like that, but blech. Wait, whose image is that? It almost looks like Jerf. That's so funny. Not like this, Twitch Global. That's funny. It looks very much like Jerf. This would give me more to be able to write. Bigger, I could write on there. Problem is as you make it bigger, then the width becomes smaller. Have to do some more experimenting here. Just real quick. Hopefully this does not bleed through. Maybe underneath it. Just in case. That's close. That's not. Ugh. Let's see. Ooh, we got another ad break coming out here. Damn, I didn't realize we had gone that far already. We'll check on our puppers. I don't know if she's outside anymore. Oh, she is. Hey, look at that. Oh, she got some water. Good girl. It's much cooler today than it has been, which is very nice. Temperature in the evening time has been dropping, so that has been very welcoming. We had a little bit of rain the other day too, so it helped with our fires and everything else. So I need these to be bigger. Damn. These markers are just too thick. So okay, yeah, we're gonna have to play with this a little bit more, see how we can make this fit. So, but we're gonna take a 3-minute break here, and then we'll come back and we'll keep poking at this because it's one of the main things I need to get done, and then we'll go from there. So stick around, we'll be right back. Very hot dog out there. Like I've explained before, she likes to do this thing where she goes from laying in the hot sun with all of that fur, baking thoroughly, and then coming over, getting some water, and chilling on the deck and trying to cool off. That's just kind of her rotation, and she's happy as be. Happy as can be. $10 says if I went out there and opened the door and said, "Come on in," and she would just look at me and put her ears down like, "I'm not here, you can't see me." Just her, just Sora. But when she wants to come in, she lets me know. She's got, so we've got a bell on the inside. It's actually an old chimes, an outdoor chimes, and she rings that. She nudges it with her nose when she wants to go outside. But we don't really have one of those for when she wants to come in. So she comes over and sits in front of our door, because you can see like our door has clear, what they call lights on it, which are just like windows. She sits in front of it and she just goes oof, and she just lets us know she's ready to come in. But 90% of the time, she's just in between, going between the cool spot on the deck to out baking in the sun. Just a husky thing. Commonly that they do. So, hello, Rachel. Good afternoon. We're just talking about the Soras there for a hot second. We're doing organizing today. Yay! I find it fun and interesting for me. That's just trying to keep my mind on track with everything, but making sure all of the stuff works and the design that I'm trying to put together works, that's always rough. What type of organizing? I can't believe there's a chance I might meet Sunny. Yeah, that's a really cool. I'm on board and encouraging that 100%. You get to meet the person that hates tacos. Pretty interesting. What type of organizing are we doing? I'm putting together, I guess I'm not putting together. I have a calendar kind of above my desk here, above my two monitors. And it has kind of my book events that either I've done or that are coming up. And it's one that we've typed out before, and I have handwritten some things in, I've crossed some things out, and I'm like, I like this, but I want something that I can like laminate and use markers on and then erase and stuff like that, and then use it repetitively over the next year. So I'm like, the non-permanent solution worked for what it was doing for me, but now I'm looking for a slightly more permanent solution that fits better with what I've got going on. And this is actually kind of what it looked like, or kind of what the one that's on my wall looks like. But when you switch from using a normal ballpoint pen or pencil to using like an expo marker, even the thin ones, they're thick boys. They're not little by any means. So this little design that I have here isn't going to cut it anymore because they are too thick to write in these little lines. So we are exploring making them bigger this way, which doesn't alleviate the problem of being too short. So we are also looking at making them wider this way, but then we lose as a bunch of them that we can put on one page. So I don't want to make it like a huge, like 3 pages long setup. God damn it. Why does it always do that? I don't mind if it's 2 pages like this. That would be okay. But Yeah, I'm bouncing back and forth. I've got a printed out copy that I just did that I tested with a couple markers, and I don't like it. This version, because I really can't get all of the information I need into it. So we are on to experimental stage number 2, which is trying to see if these will work, or if we can do, screw it, get rid of these. We'll get rid of March too. Who needs March? Nobody likes March. March is awful. Can we do 6 of them? Or we do 6 of them like this? Will that work? No, it goes over the page. Not by much, though. Not by much. We just move this up. Get rid of that. We could do 3 per page like that. That would possibly get us where we need to be. Have you looked up fine tip markers? Do they have fine tip expo markers? I have 2 different ones. I've got the big chunks, and I've got little ones. Do they make smaller ones? And I'm looking at Amazon. Fine tipped expo markers. Do they have little guys? Oh, they do. They make even thinner ones. Some bitch. Colors too. Wow. You can't schedule that day if it's not on the calendar? Wait, is that a question, or is that you making a statement saying that that's correct? If it's not on the calendar, you can't. No, it's more of like, I need visual representation of something to remember it, and having that physical thing that, one, I've written down on, 2, something to look at constantly to remind myself that that's, like, that's an important piece that to pay attention to, that has all of my important dates on it. So like for this year, for 2026, I wrote down all of the events that we had like last year. So the book fest, the art town, the bookstores that we went to, and then there was a couple other ones that we had on there, like the literary festival and something else that got canceled this year, or didn't have enough funds to be able to do that this year. So those ones got crossed off the list, but it's kind of a working list of things that are available or are possible, and then things that we are adding that are new. I don't know. It's I'm trying to organize the thinking behind it, but I was saying the day would be unavailable. Yeah, I don't know if I think it's like unavailable as much as, so it's more of goal oriented system that I'm trying to figure out, where I have a calendar that has the months on it that I want to have one event. The minimum is one event each month for a full year. So part of that is knowing like when certain events happen. So like our anime convention that we go to, that we just got accepted to, is in October. So I know I can try to apply to get into that in October. I know that the Reno Public Market, which is like our event that we went to not too long ago, they have 2 events during the year, one in July and one in December. So like there's a bunch of tentative stuff that could happen. Some of them that I have to apply for and then be accepted into. Some of them that are kind of like straight shoe-ins. Oh yeah, fuck March. March doesn't get to be on the calendar. We don't need March. Who needs March? Who likes March? And I know you're gonna say, Rachel, my birthday's in March. I don't know if that's true or not. I could look in my calendar to see when your birthday is, but I'm just saying, like, if I say something extreme like fuck March, nobody likes March, inevitably somebody's gonna be like, my birthday's March. It's funny, but yeah, you get where I'm going. I technically could make this work. This is better. At least gives me half of a page to work with. Fine, you guilted me into it. I'll put March back on there. God damn it. I'll even give you April, May, May. I'll even give you June. All right. That I don't know the months. I don't know the order of the months. I get August, September, October mixed up. That's my fault, all right? That is my learning disability kicking in. Dreamer's making fun of me in the background. I have a problem with the calendar, all right? I mean, if you want to skip March, I understand, lol. No, seriously, is your birthday March? Because that would be hilarious. If I just went through that whole rant and your birthday's in March. I have a feeling it's not. Some weird intuition thing. I know. No, I'm December. God, see, I knew it. I was just like, I know it's not March. December, baby. Was yours early or later in December? The only reason why I ask is because Dreamer's sister, her birthday is... No, yours is later. Because we've had this conversation before. Hers is late in the year. Hers is what, the 30th? 31st? The 29th. Hers is the 29th. No, I'm just... The 26th. Okay, yeah. I thought so. Yeah, you two are very close in that way. That's right, you're the day after Christmas. That's right. It's such a weird birthday. Such a weird birthday. Forever trapped in the idea that birthday gifts are Christmas gifts and Christmas gifts are birthday gifts. Perpetually. I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm sorry. Ugh. Yes, lol. Yep, exactly. You are what are those hyphens? Here's your Christmas/birthday gift. Bane of your existence. Sorry. I recognize it. I see you. I see you. I see your pain. People are better about it than others. Yeah. Does one of those people live with you at your house? Is this a recent addition to the house, or? Spill the beans. Give me the deets. I want the drama. I have too much fun messing with people in the stream. It's just too much fun. The worst was one year I got a shirt for Christmas, then matching pants for my birthday. I mean, that's clever. So this is the thing. It's a bane in one sense of the word, right? Like that's shitty. But at the same time, that's comedy gold right there. Like somebody going, and they would have had to intentionally done this, like really set it up to mess with you in that way and play. All in good fun though, hopefully. But could be funny. That is a situation to set up that's funny. My family's just pretty good about separating them. That's good. Give tea. Hello, Alex. Welcome back. We were talking about Rachel and her birthday on December 26th. And how what that does is perpetually make you the Merry Christmas, or yeah, here's your Christmas gift / birthday present person for the rest of your life, for the rest of your existence. You don't get the benefit of having them separated. They are tied together forever. We're acknowledging Rachel's existence in this in that. Oh, it was Grandma that did the shirts. Oh, no. Okay. So that's like ignorance is bliss thing. She thought it was a cool idea, probably. And it's sweet, but it's at the same time it's a dagger in the back at the same time. Because I would, if it was from one of my family, it was from Jerf or Michelle or Dreamer or anybody like that, I would know like it's a joke, like it's a setup kind of thing. Like that would be funny.
You like jokes. You bought me a fucking garden and then house to open in front of my family. They thought we were divorced.
Do you want to tell that story for everybody? Okay, maybe I just like the funny stuff. Alex would have loved this one.
You want to tell them about yours?
If you would like to tell him the story, you could tell him the story.
What did you get me for Christmas?
What did I get you for Christmas one year? What did I get you for Christmas one year?
It was a box of towels.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
And you had me open it in front of my family. And I got a text message with Grandma asking if we were getting a divorce.
I don't think anybody can hear you from back there.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna out myself. Oh, you are gonna come over and tell that story. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna have to turn down the music even further here, so you can all hear the story. Okay, go ahead.
One year for Christmas, Tahoe had me open a box in front of my family that was filled with bath towels. And I got home and the real gift was here at home, but he had me open just the towels in front of my family. Grandma texted to ask if we were getting a divorce because she was so concerned. Then another year, he thought it was so funny doing this for my birthday. He had me open up a box with a garden hose in it.
In front of your family again.
In front of my family again. Yeah. And they were really concerned that something was happening. So yes, you like...
I did... Okay. I have a rule. I can only do something 3 times and then no more, right? Mm-hmm. That's the joke rule that I have. So even after those 2 times, I was like, nope, we're done with that.
Because my family kept asking if you're going to divorce me.
I still think that's funny. Yeah, the garden hose was in front of the family as well. It was more fucking with them than it was with you. You had something nice when you got home. I have too much fun. Okay, we can put the music back.
I like that you're giggling.
You like that I'm giggling? Because I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. Are Brad and Katie okay? Oh man. So good. Poor family members. Nah, they deserve it. This is the same family that we were at Christmas, and my mother-in-law got me a sweater for Christmas, and it was a gray sweater. And she looks me dead in the eyes when I open it up, and she goes, "Hey, what? You are more than welcome to return it if you want to. I don't know if you like gray." She's looking me dead in the eyes when she's saying this to me. After I open this gift, I'm wearing a gray sweater at that very moment. While she's telling me this. So I don't mind messing with them a little bit because they're very unobservant. So it was fun. Okay. So the main question here is, I think this might work better. We're gonna have to print out one to test it to see. But the question, and Rachel, you can give me your opinion on this because I need somebody else's thought pattern on this. The way these are listed, these months, it's left to right, right? January, February, March, April, May, June. This kind of does a zigzag pattern here. Do we set it up like that, or do we set January, February, March all on top of each other, April, May, and then June on the second column? Do we go in rows or do we go in columns? Giving gifts is the most fun if they can be silly. Yes. Another thing is, like, if you know your audience and you can play in that playground just a little bit, then you're like, that's great. But there are certain like families and stuff like that. You're just like, yeah, this stuff won't hit as well. So like, no, just go with like standard, gifts or whatever in that way. So it really depends on, like you said, certain families and stuff like that. You'd probably do it in the horizontal, or the columns, or the rows. Probably the rows. How I have it. Okay. So in the rows, not the columns. This is one of those debates I get into with myself often, because working with illustration and visual stuff like that, I'm always thinking about like readability and how we process a lot of like the graphics and stuff that the world builds around us. And I see stuff constantly that I'm like, oh, that's bad. Like that I would not have put something in that order or in that configuration because it's more confusing than not. And there are examples of like funny versions of this where, words combined together into words that you didn't quite intend. Like those are always the funny ones, but just like general like user interface usability and stuff like that. Always get into a lot of debates about that. Speech bubbles is always a fun one to figure out. be like, if I get it, left to right, top to bottom, but at the same time, when you have certain intonations that you want to make, certain like expressions and things like that, then sometimes the rules for that change a little bit. It's weird. Layout is important, yes. Unfortunately for me, it's a constant debate in my own head. I say debate, it's a struggle. It's an argument. I'm arguing with myself in my head. Do I like the zigzag pattern, or do I like the two-line approach? Because the idea is that we have to read across here, 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 here. Right? Yeah, they're both legitimate in certain ways, but there are certain ones that do make people feel a certain way. Like, there is visceral reactions that people have when they see certain things. If I say out loud, I put the milk in the bowl and then I put the cereal, generally there's a and this is, I'm not saying I do that, I'm just saying, like, if I say that out loud, generally somebody somewhere yells out in disgruntled, like, bullshit, you know, like, that's bullshit, you know, something. I don't know. I was trying to see if Dreamer would say it, but she didn't. Anyways. Yeah, they're fighting words, exactly. Thank you, Alex. Well, which is easier to use for me? It's in between. Like this. Ugh. That makes sense. That makes sense. Doing it that way. But it goes against our, I was going to say natural instinct, but reading left to right is not necessarily natural. Other countries read right to left. Damn it, English. I put the milk in first sometimes. I think if you look up your calendars on a page, it's how you have it. Yeah. Generally, yeah. That's how it makes sense. That's how I have my original sample up here. Maybe it's a problem of when you get to a scale like this where you have so many, left to right, top to bottom makes sense. But when you get further, like this still makes sense, left to right, top to bottom. But as you get less horizontal pieces, then it starts to feel like if it was just, let's see, can I go back? Back. If I got rid of all of that, top to bottom makes sense, right? Because we've reduced the amount of horizontal starts and stops here. So there's something about the user readability that kicks in when you have less things compared to more things. And unfortunately, this situation is that beautiful gray area where we're right in between. It's not too many things, but it's also not too little things either. I'm trying to reason my way out of this. I don't know why. Yeah, I like to do, if I'm eating cereal, whatever, I like to do cereal first and then put my milk in. But like once I've had a bowl or maybe a bowl and a half, then I would start judging, being like, okay, I want only want this much more milk, and I'll put cereal in to match that amount of milk. That's it. That's the time where I'll do milk first. I'm not a heathen and just go milk straight into the bowl and then put cereal in for my initial. Not a heathen. What? I'm trying to justify it, is what I'm trying to do. I think subconsciously I would feel like I was progressing more if it was in that order. Because when 2 months are done, I would have the first row completed. Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of why I was like, I really wanted the 3 across to work. I wanted this to work out, to be honest with you, this initial, because we have 2 sets of visualizations here, right? Like we have all 12 months on the page. We have the 4 quarters of the year also represented here. So each row is represented as a quarter of the year. So I was just like, this is the one I want. But like I said, then we started getting into, oh, the markers are too freaking fat to write on. So it may be a question, like you said, Rachel, of if they have these expo markers that are like super fine tipped, I may be able to offset some of this awkward weirdness by buying these fine tip pens. It may be worth the $8 to make the calendar that I've already put together work instead. Fine tips will save you. Yeah, I know, right? This is a common problem when you get into construction. It's called over-engineering. Where instead of keeping it simple and just being like, yeah, the roof just needs to have one angle on it, and this way the rain and the snow and everything else just falls off of it. It's like, now we can put a flat roof here. We'll put a bunch of steel in it, and we'll put concrete around it, and we'll put this on it and that. And it's just like, you're thinking you can engineer your way out of a problem that doesn't need to be engineered that way. I think that's why, like, the saying, keep it simple, stupid, is still very poignant very often. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. If you made both calendars and had them side by side and walked away and came back, which one would you reach for? I don't know. I don't know. Each has their own advantages and disadvantages. I don't think I'd process in that way. I don't know. I don't always go with my first initial reaction. I do over analysis is what I do. And sometimes to the point where I will essentially freeze myself and not be able to make a decision, which I have rules in my head that says if I can't make a decision, then I don't make a decision, and then I don't choose either one. I don't know. I think I hate this one. This one looks terrible. I don't think I can salvage this one. Just not enough room left or right to put stuff in. Get rid of that one. I think we've come down to between these two. I avoid overanalyzing because I don't want to be trapped. No, that's a good thing. Dreamer is very much the same way. We are two opposite ends of that space where she can make decisions very quickly and move through stuff. I sit and I look at it and I engineer it, and I analyze it, and I consider it, and then send it out for, you know, contemplation and review, and the board has to have a 5 out of whatever vote on it, and like sometimes I go through too many processes to get to what I want. What if you just did 3 months? 3 months on one page? Kind of like this style. I'll just get rid of the 4th one. I am considering all my options. Dreamers asked me if I change it again. I'm just considering all of my. That one would be nice. It's long. The long boy. Let's see. Let's just grab these. This is why I like Canva too, it's because I can prototype out stuff so quickly. Just so easy. Then I would have 4 of them for the full year. Like, I was okay with printing out 2. Let's just grab these. Did I just hear Mario sound in this song? Did anybody else hear that? Am I crazy? Yeah, so now, like, this works fine. I don't like that I don't have my title at the top, or I can put the year, but that's fine. I'm not gonna bitch too much about that. It is Mario. I knew I heard Mario. I could make either one of these work. If I printed these two these 2 pages and laminated those, I could use my current setup to do everything that I want. If I use this one, then I will have to buy those thinner markers, which is not a bad thing. The debate is strong. When you finish the first page, the second page will become the first, and you can make the first the second. Now you're making it more complicated. Ah! Yes, that is a much more complicated process, but I don't have to put further investment in. I don't have to buy anything new with that setup, but it's slightly more intensive in that way. Where this, it requires more investment, but it's simplified down to its basic form. It just sounds complicated. No, it's complicated. Sounding complicated means complicated. We might be at a slight stalling point. Yeah, I don't think this one I don't like. I mean, lots of room to write, but then you would be doing it 4 times, making it more complicated. So I think that one is a no. Alright, well, I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'm going to probably pause on that at the moment. We'll go back over to our flyer that we're working on. I wonder if I try to keep 2 things rolling at the same time so I can swap back and forth between the 2. Play with something else for the last little bit of time that we have here today on our stream before I have to go pick up daughter from school. I think I want to change. We talked about changing these out. Got a little bit of a change there. Buy the fine tips, yeah. You know, it might be worth that for sure. It really, really might. got all of the information that we want. Got where it's going to be, what time, what day, what it's going to be about. Now let's push. No, I want it to be lighter of some sort. Uh, There we go. That's better. Kind of looks like a course, college course set up there. It's better. What do I like about doing events? Depends. Like, there are different types of events. I don't know. That's a good question. I know I enjoy it. I also know it's part of the territory, right? Like the ability to get yourself out there and be seen by the community and stuff like that, so they can put a face to the book is important. Like, that is a lot of stuff that I've read online, a lot of testimonials that other authors and stuff have out there. Like, your part of your main job is to be present. Like, there are a lot of authors that write books, or just, you know, sit in their house and write books, and they never see the daylight of any of that. They try to put them out in the world and hope that people want to read them and stuff like that. But if you don't have that presence, either in your community or connection with bookstores and things like that, by, you know, showing up and being there for that, then it makes other opportunities way harder. So, like, part of that is like knowing that, you know, like joining my writers group, the Sierra Arts literary community, meant that then I could talk to other authors, and then they would tell me, it would be like, oh, there are these events that happen at these places, which are like, you know, connect you with a bigger audience and stuff, or they have recommendations for bookstores that you can go talk to, and stuff like that. So the events part comes from those connections, and each time that you do an event. So like, I have a setup on our website that kind of chronicles all of those events that I've done, so that if I go to, like, I have to go to our local, it's called the Radical Cat bookstore. That's my next one that I want to try to get my books in. I want to be able to go to them and be like, hey, I would love to have my books in your store. And they can look at me and be like, yeah, but what have you done? And I can show them all of that stuff. And they can be like, oh, wow, this person is very active in the community. They've done all of these events. They've done these talks. They've done these different things. Okay, maybe we'll take a chance to put them on the shelf, those kind of things. So like, every little piece of all of that stuff can be important in the continued progress and growth in connecting to a bigger audience. So I find it challenging just for me, because I'm very much a stay at home and work on stuff. Like, if I could just do all my illustrations without having to go out into public, that would be wonderful. But I also know that being able to like talk about my work and be out there and doing all of those things is important in the long run as well. So it's kind of, I have to challenge myself to build more on those things. I mean, they have huge conventions for books, and they have guest speakers and stuff like that. And if for some reason your book does get popular, guess what you're going to be doing? You're going to be doing book tours. You're going to be doing podcasts. You're going to be doing, like, imagine, Rachel, if your book, somebody picked it up off of a shelf or saw it online or whatever, and they shared it with 100,000 people, and all of a sudden your book was just like flying off the shelves and stuff like that. And people were then emailing you and talking to you and being like, hey, we would love you for XYZ, or like that. It's like, not necessarily that you want to be ready for that, but it's you build up that muscle of trying it out and experiencing. And like, doing those news interviews was probably the most challenging thing that I've ever done, and I did way better on the second one than I did on the first one. But it also made me better at being like, okay, I don't have to go in as prepared. I can be myself and just kind of like, I know my stuff. I know my story. I know how it makes me feel. I know how it's connected to all my stuff. It's just like, tell those things, tell the story. And it's like, so you learn more and more as you do those things. And I think part of the reward of those events is that then you get to see the face of your audience. Like I get to see the kids walk up and be like, oh, this looks really cool, and be super excited. And then I get to see, oh, what was the other one? Oh, shoot, I just had it. Oh no, it was right there. It was a really good story too. Shoot. Oh, it was with adults. Damn it. Because it's a little bit of both, right? Like I remember what it was. Haha. The beautiful thing about writing about my cats and having this type of story is people come up to us and be like, oh, let me show you pictures of my cats or my dogs and stuff like that. So I get the benefit of that as well. So it's really fun. It's challenging, but it's a really cool experience to be able to go out and do those and connect and build all of that stuff. So I know that's a long form answer of what you were asking, but yeah, that's what I got for you. The pet pics are to die for sure. They are killer, by all means. Speaking of killer, here's our assistant, chillin'. She's hanging out, waiting for herself to cool off. I don't actually know what she's doing. I think she's just chilling, but she's gonna hang out with y'all while we take our last break for our stream. My takeaway: Tahoe does events for pet pics. Yes, let's just go there. I like that. That's a very short form answer of that. But we're going to take our 3-minute break, and then we'll come back and we'll roll up our stream and go from there. So stick around. We'll be right back. I hate that song. Ugh, terrible. I hate how it starts. Okay, we'll be back. Okay. Well, she saw something outside. I went to look and I didn't see it. So, I don't know what was out there. Something. Maybe a squirrel. She's also always very fascinated with, on the other side of our canyon, when people walk their dogs over there. She loves to see the other dogs walking. And she likes to watch other dogs taking walks. Which is a weird sentence to say, but yeah. Have you, now that we're back, hello Rachel, have you done any events? I know you've done some book signings and stuff like that, but doggos are silly. That's what makes them cute, is their silliness. For sure. We're just going to stay right here on Sora for the now, just in case anybody wants to do. We have our Pet the Assistant redemption as well, so people can pet their assistant here.
Tahoe anime Pet the Assistant.
Just remind people. I haven't done actual events yet. Gotcha. It's definitely something worth looking into. We just went down to Carson City, which is about 45 minutes away, 40 minutes away. And met up with the owner of a new bookstore and stuff like that. And they were gracious enough to add our books to their bookshelves. But they also then suggest, they'd be like, hey, we were thinking about doing an event in October for Nevada Day and stuff like that, and we were going to have children's book authors and stuff. So I was like, yes, please put me on the list. I would be happy to come and to do that. So it's great because it's another community that we get to go and hopefully find people that would be interested in the books. Depending on what the situation is, it's also like anytime I go and sell books on my own, I get a bigger chunk of the monies too. So whereas with like a bookstore, I'm splitting anywhere from 80-20 to 40-60, depending on what their setup is. And then anything that I sell online, I make 55 cents, I think, per copy sold. So like going and selling my books at an event, I will make $8 comparatively. So the benefits, the connection, the all of those things, I mean, it's by no means not hard work. It's definitely hard work. Especially, so when we go do the anime convention in October, it's 3 days long. So that's a lot of time. I think we're there from 10 to 6 or 7. That's a lot of time in a convention hall, sitting, talking. It's a big deal. So yeah, profit is better if you can sell yourself. Yeah. It always will be. It's just different because your opportunities are smaller with that. But like you said, the benefit is bigger compared to somebody that has bigger distribution and abilities. So like if you could contractually get like Barnes and Noble, not just like individual stores, but like the whole company would be like, buy a bunch of copies and send them all over. You've just increased your reach by a whole bunch in that way, but you're going to take a bigger hit on your. We're talking business stuff now, but yeah, it's a thing. Everything has its gives in it, or ebbs and flows. It's ups and downs. You get some, you lose some, all over the place, but I like it. I like going out and hanging out with people, getting to talk to people about the books and stuff like that. That's always fun. The outdoor events are a little bit harder just because weather is not always cooperative, and especially with like books. That is definitely I don't know. It's like if we get a good day, it's really fun. If we get like the last one we did where it was pretty windy, it was okay at the beginning. It made me nervous by the end, pretty nervous. And then we ended up having to like disassemble everything and get out of there because when books start flying off the table, that's a little too windy. So, you know, it's in between. Having a nice setup is nice. Putting effort into those things. I am one of those like, not necessarily weirdly creative people, but like I love to mess around and build things and mess with my setup and stuff like that. So that all of these things kind of really fit in my wheelhouse to do events and to go set up a booth or stuff like that. So it never felt weird. It always felt like a fun challenge to be able to figure out and put together and design. And now I get to like modify and add things, and it's really fun for me in that way. I'm going to try and put books in all the free libraries in town. That's cool. That's a really cool idea. Yeah, I thought about that at one point, but I wasn't quite sure how that was going to roll. I was going to ask you what age range your books are for. Could it go as low as like teen reading? Would you say? How many F-bombs are you putting in your book? Like, oh, how bad is it? Because we know you're a sailor. We know that's how bad this is. I'm PG-13. Yeah, okay. You might see if there's any schools that might be interested in that type of material too. If you're gonna do like a giveaway with like that, something more direct might I'm not gonna say be better, but then you know it's more direct in that way. The little free libraries are fun, but there's a kind of like that diamond in the rough idea, right? I don't drop curse words and I'm not graphic. Now you need to punch up a little bit. I'm joking. I had a feeling based off of the first book that I read of yours. But I don't know. I don't know if you got more fun later on. I don't know. I don't know if once the space pirates came in, things got spicy. I don't know. No, I would say the little free libraries thing is worth a shot to see what happens. It just depends. I have the alien words that could be taken as cuss words. Nice. Yeah, you gotta make those space pirates salty. I have old editions to get rid of. Yeah, that's the funny thing is I'm in the same. I have similar things since we did our price change and stuff like that. I have a small swath of books that I have left over from the first runs that I'm like, shoot, what do I do with those? I also, if there's something other creatively you could do with them, when we did the stream where we went through all of my books that I got from that one order, and all of those ones were damaged. The worst of the worst ones that I got out of there, I'm gonna try to see if I can take them and not necessarily like repair them, but there's a Japanese technique where you add gold leaf to cracks and stuff like that of pottery and glassware and bowls and stuff like that to make it whole again, so the cracks don't like. I'm kind of thinking of trying to do something similar like that, where I repair the books or add like cool drawing colorings to those damaged sections to like put a little piece of hand work into them to give them a new life in certain ways. And whether or not I decide to like sell those as special editions or something like that, it's something to play with or to see if there's anything. So if you have a swath of like first edition stuff, is there something that you can do creatively with them to make them not necessarily more valuable, but add your personal influence and touch to them to make them a unique thing? Or maybe scrapbook them, yeah. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. You know, that's about where I got to. It was just like when we had our first ream of books for Stitch Tales Book 1 come in and they were damaged. A bunch of those are still sitting in boxes in my garage. But at one point Dreamer took them and cut up all the pages out of them and turned them into decoupage. So if you look at our, see if I have a picture of it real quick. We'll go back over to Canva here real quick. Where is my box? My box of books. So I built a box to put all of my books in when we're at an event, and she used that, all those cut up pages to decoupage the box. Do I not have a photo of this? How is that possible? Wow, I must be crazy. I don't have a photo of it. I have a photo of everything else, but I don't have a photo of that. Got this one, but it's not very... Can't really see it. Good to see me, Goober, me and Dreamer. Yeah, see the box right here? How it has the pages decoupaged on the side of it? It goes up and over, actually does all the way around all four sides. And no, it doesn't do the bottom, it does the back. So, like, that's an idea as well. Something to do with the, use the pages for something really cool. Yeah. You never know. There's lots of options and possibility. When we were at the, this is my last story, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Otherwise I'll keep going. When we were at the Thistle and Nightshade bookstore the other weekend, helping them put together their last little bits of bookshelves and stuff, there's a local artist that takes books and cuts them in a way that like she can put your logo on the pages, and then when it's fanned out you can see the logo, or she can put like words, kind of like, it kind of looked like it's etched into the spine pages of the book. I wish I had a picture of it. I don't think I do. But it's really, really cool. Oh, yeah, I do have a picture of it. Haha. So like something like that would be cool. It's really hard to see. Hold on, I'll make it even bigger. Whee! So something like that. would be really cool too. So this is their logo, TNN, This Whole Nightshade. And they just took each of the pages from the book, and you can see like they're split, but yeah, they cut back the pages and then dyed this part so that it was black, so that it actually is raised off of the spine, which is really cool. Wait, no, not the spine. The spine would be the other side. What would be the inward facing part? The pages? But it's not flat on the pages. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, like I said, lots of different things. Who knows? The edges? Yeah. The outward facing edges. Yeah, they had another one that had like a quote or something on it that was kind of cool. So, yeah, you never know. There's lots of places you can donate stuff to as well. But, alright peoples, if I don't stop here, I will keep going, and then it'll be problematic because somebody else will have to go pick up daughter from school and take her to climbing, and that's my job. Yeah, you have fun too, Rachel. I will be back on, let's see, today's Friday, huh? Yeah, the week went by fast. Does it feel like August is just flying by? We're already halfway done. Feels like it's flying by. I will be back on Monday for some more artwork and stuff like that. Try to finish up all of these graphics. Trying to make a decision about our calendar. This one's driving me crazy still. And then work on some more illustrations and getting ready for future events. Maybe writing some more letters to our local bookstores. We're going to try to see if we can get a book signing at Barnes & Noble, our local Barnes & Noble here. We will see how that goes. But we'll let you know. So, yeah. Thank you, Rachel, for being here. Thanks for good conversations. Appreciate that. Thank you, Weird Mr. Alex, for coming by and hanging out for a little bit. Thank you, Dreamer, for being in the background and embarrassing me about silly stories things I've done in my lifetime. I'm very embarrassed by those stories. Thoroughly embarrassed by them. I'm not. They're funny. But yeah, I will be back on Monday, so I will see you all then. Have a wonderful weekend. See you all later. Bye, everybody.